Greetings, everybody. It is the weekend of February 26th and 27th, 2011. Light snow falling in the background, and I wanted to use this video to respond to a number of you who have asked for more information on the investment management side of what we've been talking about over the past few months. And it's something I've not really talked about purposely, and something I'd like to make very clear at the outset is that this is in no way intended to be a solicitation of funds. Those of you who know me know that that's not how I operate. While I do certainly make people aware of services that may be available, whether it be the trader development tools that we designed in the early 2000s, the simulations, or the live trader training that we've done over the past couple of years, or what I'm about to talk about this morning, we don't go knocking on doors, and we don't go out seeking business, and that's the way it's always going to be. In terms, though, of those of you who have expressed an interest, I will provide a little bit of information today, mainly directing you to a different firm and a different website. Those of you that have been following the blog in recent months know that I've referred to accepting the position as the Chief Investment Officer for an investment firm. And the name of that firm is PivotPoint Advisors, LLC. The website for that firm is www.pivotpointadvisors.net, N-E-T. And I'll provide a little bit of background in terms of how this has come about. Those of you that have followed posts recently are also very aware of the effort that we have undertaken to contribute to the Grow Uganda effort. Well, the gentleman that has headed that effort up is the same gentleman that heads up the PivotPoint Advisors firm, and his name is Mr. John Norquay. John and his wife Sherry have been very active in the Uganda mission, and John has successfully run an investment management firm for a number of years. He has provided a book forward for a major publication and is very well regarded in the industry. One of the things that he is known for is safeguarding his clients' assets during the fall of 2008 and 2009. He had foresight to see that. He got them in positions that were extremely protective of the situation. And so a few months ago, John and I teamed. I am now his Chief Investment Officer as he moves on to more global duties. And so, for those of you who are interested in that effort, more information certainly can be found at pivotpointadvisors.net. There is a lot of information in terms of how that business is run, what the strategies are related to relying very heavily on technical analysis. Essentially, it's very, very similar to the types of things that we look at in the trading world. In terms of measuring the market emotion by a combination of technical indicators. And again, there's more information on that site. As I mentioned to the Jelly team last week, and as I mentioned a little bit in the last post, there really is no difference whether you're using a 1 and a 5 minute chart or whether you're using an hourly, a daily, and a weekly chart. It's simply measuring momentum, measuring the market emotion and activity on a different time frame. And so it depends on what your business plan is in terms of whether you want to profit from the more immediate market inefficiencies or whether you are more longer-term oriented. There is no right or wrong. We've had a number of jellies through the program, for example, that have been very focused on intermediate to longer term, and they have applied the techniques that we've discussed in the trading realm. They've applied that to the longer-term swing trading and investment time frames, and that's ultimately up to the investor. The way that I look at this business is that there are a number of ways to go about it, and there's really no right or wrong. They're just different alternatives. One way to do this certainly is to trade or invest on your own. One way is to learn how to become self-sufficient, which is what a large part of my education has been addressing over the past 10 or 12 years in providing the foundation so that people can rely on themselves, which will remain very key and remain an alternative in terms of the things that I've been involved with. But yet certainly another option for people that either don't have the skill, can't acquire the skill, or just don't have the time is to have somebody else manage on a longer term basis for them. And so that's really what this is geared to, using the realm of technical analysis and using that in a longer-term fashion, using, for the most part, ETFs, which are commission-free, so that there are a few, if any, transaction costs and that sort of thing. So, again, if you're interested in this, I've known John for a number of years. I trust him with my life, and there are not many people out there, if any others, that I would be involved with aside from John, based on what he has done in terms of a proven track record, in terms of integrity, and in terms of many of the Christian-based efforts that he's been involved in. It's a very, very good and logical synergy in terms of the things that we're doing. We've got models in place that are completely dependent upon your risk profile. You can, again, find more information out on the site. The risk profile form is actually there. And what we do is we look at people's varying risks in terms of your personality, and we put people into a model based on what you're willing to accept or not accept as risk. And those decisions are based largely in terms of the market cycles. The market cycles that we talk about on an intraday basis in the Jelly effort and in this effort and in my own trading, or the market cycles that are involved that involve longer-term patterns. So again, more information on that site. I reiterate, this is not a solicitation of funds or business. If you're interested, the name of the company again is PivotPoint Advisors LLC. PivotPointAdvisors.net is the website. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll follow up soon on the trading front. Take care.